MMA Boxing Talk here. This is a prediction video for Cub Swanson versus Choi taking place this weekend. I'm looking forward to this fight. I think this is going to be a really exciting fight. I think there's going to be a lot of fireworks. It's only 3 rounds, but I do believe it won't go the distance. That's just my opinion. Um, I'm a fan of both guys. I've loved watching Cub Swanson fight. Very exciting fighter. And Choi, despite only having 3 UFC fights, he's looked spectacular in those 3 fights. All first round TKOs. Of course, not against the greatest competition, like the competition that Cub Swanson's used to facing, but he's still going out and looking impressive. So let's get into it. I'll start off with Choi. He's 15-1 with 12 KOs, 1 submission, 2 decision. His only loss is by decision. And it was a while back. He's on a 12 fight win streak at the moment. Choi, young guy, 25, 5'10", I believe a 70-inch reach. He's an exceptional boxer, okay? Like, primarily, he's a boxer. Tremendous boxing techniques, He uses a lot of feints. He's got really good timing in there. Great reflexes. It's the precision, though. The precision and the crispness of his boxing is amazing. It's really something to see. And he's got power. It's not just accuracy, timing. He's got power as well for this division. But very, very calm attitude in the octagon. He never panics. So that's to his advantage. I'm not comparing him to him, but Fedor Emelianenko was a very calm individual in the octagon, in the cage. So I see a little bit of that in Choi. He's very calm, very nonchalant, but he knows exactly what he's doing in there when he sets up his strikes. And he's just a very, very smart boxer. And he's not just throwing punches hoping that it hits the guy and he knocks him out. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's timing it. He, as Robin Black says, he gathers data while he's in there, and he makes adjustments in the fight. Like I said, very technical boxer, but he throws basic one-two punches, but he knows exactly how to set them up properly. You know, using his feints and footwork. Just a very smart fighter. He's a treat to watch. And now let's talk about Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson is 23-7. He's fought a lot of big names. He's got 8 wins by KO, 7 by submission, and 8 by decision. Only ever been knocked out once, which was Jose Aldo, which was a flying knee right at the beginning of the fight. Swanson, very well-rounded fighter, very creative as well, which makes him a very entertaining fighter, to watch. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and also has a black belt in Judo. Swanson, never afraid to brawl. He'll stand and trade, and I believe he might do that in this fight because he might want to prove that he can hang with the younger generation of fighters, because Choi is that next level, next generation fighter so far. When Cub Swanson's in there, sometimes it doesn't seem like he really thinks in there. He goes, he reacts off instincts. He does whatever comes natural to him, I feel. And that's maybe why he's he's such a creative fighter, and he's such an exciting fighter to watch. He lets it flow, and whatever comes natural, that's what he does in there. So both guys have very different styles. Choi is a very calculated counter puncher who uses footwork and great feints and timing and reflexes and things like that, precision. Cub Swanson, very creative, likes to brawl at times, but is also very well rounded. So this fight, I do believe that it's beneficial for Doo Ho Choi to keep it on standing. I do believe Cub Swanson could possibly submit Doo Ho Choi if he gets it to the ground. He could use some of his sweeps or his trips, because Cub Swanson is a black belt in judo. So that's something for Doo Ho Choi to be careful about. But I do believe if it's standing, Cubs will get hit eventually. That precision is something else. Doo Ho Choi has. It's very crisp. And obviously, I believe that if it stays standing, it benefits Doo Ho Choi. Now it's time for prediction. This is a really good fight. It's a tough fight to predict because Cub Swanson has faced the best of the best, and despite losing a lot of his big fights against big name guys, Aldo, Holloway, Frankie Edgar, just to name a few. Cub Swanson has a lot more experience. He's faced the better fighters. It's tough to really have a judge on where Doo Ho Choi is. His last fight against Tavares, that was his best opponent to date. And Tavares is not on the level of Cub Swanson. So this will be interesting. But I am picking Doo Ho Choi to win this fight. I do believe he's actually going to stop Cub Swanson. I truly believe that. I know Doo Ho Choi believes that. He's got very, very strong mental game. He's very, very confident in his abilities, and he should be. He's looked spectacular in the UFC, but this is his test. Now we're going to see how legit Doo Ho Choi is, and I think he's very legit, and I think he's going to stop Cub Swanson. I think it's going to be a second round TKO. Let me know what you guys think, who you're picking. I cannot wait to see how this fight unfolds. But I just wanted to give my prediction. But I do think the precision, the timing, the footwork, the feints are going to be together. They're going to be all too much for Cub Swanson, and he will get to him, and he will stop him. I truly believe that. But if you like the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. That's it for this one. Peace.